What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James. I don't even care if you talking in here. You know what I'm saying? Don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all always be, I don't care. Just talk all you want in the video. I don't care. Anyway, this Big Game James up here, about to do the video. There go one goofy right there. What's up, Mackenzie?
Hi. Hi, you guys.
She trying to be famous. See, she trying to inch closer and closer to the camera. she love the camera. We got Boo Dang. What's up, Boo Dang?
Hi.
Feel me? We're gonna talk about it right quick. Feel me? This Cowboy situation. Derrick Henry. They're gonna live right there. And there's Natty hiding. I'm just doing a video right quick. But anyway, about to talk about these Cowboys. Basically, you heard about Zack Martin restructuring. We know how the restructure goes, right? The restructure, $13 million. We've seen it time and time again, and we knew it was coming. Just signed a rework deal. You knew the flip, and they took him into them 40 years. But now you already got $13 million. Also, we already heard about how you can rework Terrence Steele's deal. You can rework Trevin Diggs' deal. These are just normal things that the Cowboys do and most teams do. Dak Prescott still not signed. I ain't even going to be talking about that. We'll see what happens when it happens. I already said, my feelings on it with the Trey Lance thing. I don't think he's getting signed early. I don't care what anybody else is saying out there. I don't need to hear what anybody else is saying out there. My own thought is I don't think he's going to get signed early. But you never know. It could happen just out of nowhere. That's what it said it was. That's what happened before. So you can make them deals work with him and CD and really get more money. But I ain't really seen them jump out in free agency. You saw Carl Davis, who was with the team last year. They're already pumping him up, but he's a big boy. He's 6'3", 335 pounds, but they're already pushing him as, okay, we already got a big one tech. We can re-sign Jonathan Hankins, there's Mozzie. So I could already see where they're going with. And then you saw how Eric Kendricks was already being linked to Dallas because he just recently got released by the Chargers as a cost safety measure. Already been linked with the Cowboys because his years with Mike Zimmer as a defensive coordinator. Me personally, if you were to go get him, I know the Cowboys would because he's 32. He's not going to cost a lot of money, and that's right up the Cowboys' alley. And the familiarity with Mike Zimmer, you can see where that marriage can happen. But as I said before, I think the Cowboys really should jump out there and get a up-and-coming type linebacker. Like I said, Jordan Brooks, that's my guy who I'm kind of been singling out and been kind of circling my guy with because he's a 26-year-old linebacker. He'll be 2 years removed from his knee injury. He came back really quick, had over 100 tackles. I think he's a good. You need a weak side linebacker. I think he fits the bill. He's 26 years old. You sign him to a 4-year deal. Maybe he's looking for a payday. You might have to pay for one of those guys. Kendricks ain't gonna cost a lot of money, but you can get a guy like Jordan Brooks, and then you heard in the streets as you know who I'm talking about. Aziz, that's his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about from the damn Titans last year. Tackling machine, trending up, very physical type linebacker. He can do some sideline to sideline, can drop in coverage, he can do a lot of things for you. And I think he can definitely be affordable for the Cowboys. But I feel like if you got a Kendricks, go get him. If you got a Kendricks, go get a Jordan Brooks. You feel what I'm saying? You can still make that happen and the money will be available. Get 2 linebackers and then you can still get you a D tackle. I said my guy, Dominic White, he's been on the Grover Stewart, but for me, I'm on the A'Shawn Robinson train. I feel like if you get a guy like him, if you got a Kendricks, if you got a Jordan Brooks, in my opinion, Aziz, that would be cool too. But my pick is Jordan Brooks. And then if you went out and got an A'Shawn Robinson up front, 6'4", 330 pounds, he had one of his best seasons, had over 65 tackles from the defensive tackle position, playing the 0-1 tech, 12.5 stops at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage. Played all 17 games, only 28 years old. That's a cog right there. You resign a Hankins, you bring a guy like him in the building, A'Shawn Robinson. signed a 1 year deal with the Giants for $5 million, right up to Cowboys alley. So he's going to be affordable. You feel me? And they need run stoppers. That's right there. And then you've been hearing in the air about Derrick Henry. The noise is getting louder. I didn't think it would obviously be possible, in my opinion. I didn't really think Derrick Henry would be possible. So I ain't really put no stock in it. But you know what? It sounded like that could be a real thing, and I definitely ain't mad at it. I don't think the Cowboys will pay him a lot of money anyway. It's always got to work for them. They'll probably promise other things for him, but I'm definitely down with a Derrick Henry coming to the Cowboys. But like I said, it don't matter if Derrick Henry's not, if Derrick Henry is here or not. You got to really figure out what you're doing with this offensive line. So it's just a lot of moving parts right now. What are you doing with this offensive line? Is Tyron Smith really gone? You got the money available? Are you going to kick Tyler Smith at left tackle? Who's going to play your center? Like, you need to figure out those type of things before you get into Derrick Henry. Or, you can get a Derrick Henry and figure it out later. But you need to figure out that offensive line and that center position, that guard, and that tackle position. So hopefully they'll figure that out. Like I said, a Derrick Henry, A'Shawn Robinson, Jordan Brooks, and if you want to get Kendricks, I'm cool with that. And maybe you get a veteran safe a corner. But if you're looking at free agency from the Cowboys perspective, I would love to go for other players for sure. But they ain't. But those will be 4 players for me. With Michael Gallup possible, they said Michael Gallup seeking a trade. He's probably going to get cut. Ain't nobody trading for no Michael Gallup, dog. You already threw it out there. He can seek a trade. Nobody's going to trade for him. They're going to wait for him to be a cut, and then they're going to pick him up and re-sign him for the cheap. We already know the game. So that's more going to be, I believe, more money available to you. So it's basically wait and see. I'm not going to be excited about the free agency, but I will say this. In the terms of the Cowboys, it ain't going to be an all-in thing. But if you got a Derrick Henry, A'Shawn Robinson, somebody like a Jordan Brooks, or even Aziz, mixed with an Eric Hendricks, that wouldn't be a bad free agency from me for the Cowboys. Is that all in? I don't know, because you ain't getting the top dogs, but you're getting some guys that can really help you. And if you throw them 2 in the mix, the A'Shawn Robinson and Jordan Brooks, I feel a little better about free agency. And then you can go in the draft and then really make some good moves. Do some trades. Get busy. That's when people will start to believe y'all really about that life, about being all in. But when you're playing around and you're taking your time and you're sitting on your hands and you're not doing anything, I think Derrick Henry is more of a shut-up signing for real if you sign him. I'm cool with it. But I feel like he's a shut-up signing. I feel like you could I wouldn't mind a Saquon Barkley here. I'm going to keep it real. I ain't going to trip. I know Saquon be getting hurt, but Saquon is explosive. I know Derrick Henry, but I ain't going to lie. Or like your boy from the Raiders, Josh Jacobs. I like them guys. Now, I ain't saying I don't like Derrick Henry, but I like them dudes. You feel me? I like the Josh Jacobs. That would be like, yo, let's go out there. But if you re-signed a Tony Pollard, because I'm cool with a Tony Pollard coming back, I really feel like he will be a different Pollard. I feel like he'll be a 1 year removed from that injury. And then if you got a big bruiser, and let him be that second guy, which that's what he really is, and you can still draft you a running back later. Y'all keep talking all these other players. Marshawn Lloyd is my guy. Marshawn Lloyd is my guy from USC. If you want to get somebody late, I know we've been hearing about the Bryce Allen from the Wisconsin, the big boy backs, Benson and them guys. But ain't nobody talking about Marshawn Lloyd right now. He's a sneaky player. I'm trying to tell you. Get a Marshawn Lloyd. Get a Derrick Henry. Re-sign a Tony Pollard. Get an A'Shawn Robinson. Draft a defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? Get you a couple linebackers. Slide in one in the second round. You feel me? Then you cooking. Then maybe you're eating a little bit. And then I don't feel like it's going to be some crazy year. But let me tell you, I feel a little better if Dallas did all that. So that's just kind of my thoughts on the free agency tip, possible draft tip. We'll see what happens. Big Game James, I'm out. Peace.